I have one point just to ask. Today, digitally, we can reach markets everywhere. Even if you are selling goods, uh, products, or whatever, technically, your potential market can be anywhere. Oh, sorry, everywhere.
That's so true.
So, how to conciliate this kind of, let's say, easy way to reach different regions with the concept that technically a company has to be settled in Australia and your market is in Australia?
That's a really, really good question, Andre. So, what happens is the following. It's very, very likely that if you are in the product development strategy, it's very likely that if your business is digital, it's very likely that you will jump by default to diversification. It's very, very likely. However, because I need to be very pragmatic about my classes, I want you guys to understand that I don't like when people try to go global from moment zero. I think that is a big mistake. And I have a responsibility as a business consultant to tell people this. So, of course, the internet opens the door to the glove, to the world. But it doesn't mean that you are prepared for it. So, you need to assess your own capabilities. That's why the SWOT analysis is so critical. So, yeah, Andre, go ahead.
So yeah, I absolutely agree with you. But my point is, if my primary market is not in Australia, should I consider focus all my attention to these primary markets? For example, United States. So I'm based in Australia, but my primary market is in the United States. So that makes sense. Or should I start regionally, physically regional, and then grow for another place?
That, yes, without knowing your business, Andre, that's what I would say. I would say be first a company that has a position in the local market before you go to the global market. And this is something that I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk, which is my mentor, is somebody that I respect. He has this very, very clear in his delivery. Seriously, no doubt. This is not me talking right now. This is Gary Vee. Gary Vee goes and say to people, don't go global, Be good first at your local market. Once that local market is extinguished, is saturated, which means that you don't have more room to grow, then go to the next market.
But I wonder how my dreams about internationalization and getting global and making it scalable, making it bigger, what advice would you give to me for that?
Well, a couple things. First of all, how big is it in the market that you're winning in? The biggest thing that, unless you're doing 7, 10, 12 million dollars in the Nordics, you should not be thinking about Eastern, Western Europe, US. Too many people, every word out of your mouth is the shit that I was just talking, scalable what? We're just all caught up in building billion-dollar, it's so stupid. How big is your company? How much, are you doing over €1 million euros in revenue?
We are pre-revenue. We just launched it.
Until you fucking make money, you shouldn't be worried about global.
No. So you say local markets go that way?
VaynerMedia did $75 million in revenue profitably before I thought about even going to London.
Okay.
Everybody's caught, listen, I'm telling you, all of you, you're caught up in bullshit propaganda. You're not thinking about it smartly. You make no money, and you're sitting here worried about winning globally, and you haven't even started winning locally. You understand?
Yeah, I'm just thinking is partnership the way to go? Somebody that are all
No,
there?
the way to go is
no?
to not think about it at all.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.